so this is to install the zipper. What you're going to do is fold your zipper in half. So the end of the stopper to the top of the zipper there. And then come down here, fold it in half, and then put a pin here. And since it's black, I'm just going to use my chalk pencil here and go across like that so we know where the center is. So it should look like that. Then this is the right side of the zipper because of the pull here. So what you're going to do is you're going to put right sides together, and where the center is and where the center is up here, you're going to match those two things there, and then put the little clips there. And you'll clip all the way to where that 1/2 inch is, because you're going to start sewing there and you're going to end on the other end, the 1/2 inch. Do not sew all the way to the edge, because you need that to be open later on when we do the sides. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stitch this down so it doesn't shift on me when I put the lining piece together. So I'm gonna I'm gonna stitch pretty, if I can, try to stitch as close to this edge as you can, so you don't see 2 rows of stitching. So I'm starting at this 1/2 inch right here, and I'm going to stitch as close to that edge as I can just to hold that in place. And you want to make sure that the edge of the zipper tape is right on that edge of that foam. If you don't, then your zipper's it's gonna go like this. It'll be curvy. You don't want that. Oops. Okay, so we got to stop at that 1/2 inch. Oh, I did. I stopped right at the 1/2 inch. Good. All right, so this is what it looks like on the other side here. Now, what you'll do is you'll put the lining piece. Remember, you need the short one, not the big one, on top here. And you're going to match your centers here. The center there to this center there. And then clip that in place. And I should have marked that 1/2 inch on the back here so I could see that. So, but where I stopped, right there, and right there. Okay. Now let me figure out where we're going to stitch now. There's the teeth. Okay, so what I'm going to do is do the edge of the foot to the edge of the foot to the edge of the fabric. Once again, you're gonna back stitch here. Oops. And I'm making sure the edge of this lining fabric is on the edge of the foam piece. And I'm coming up on that 1/2 inch, so I want to make sure I stop and then back tack that. So let me take a look at this and see how that looks. Okay, that looks really nice. It looks good there. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is pull this back, and I'm going to clip this edge to this edge. And the reason why I'm pulling that and clipping that is because I don't want the lining when I get ready to stitch this, that it like it folds up and you've got a big gap there. You want it to match. So I'm just going to pull this, make sure everything is back there. Clip it. And you can go to the iron and you could give that a little press right there if you want. Just remember, you don't want to stitch. You still want to leave this end open at a 1/2 inch. If you want to go back and remeasure that, you can, and put a little mark there, just so that you know that you don't go past that. And my mark is still there. And now I'm gonna go ahead and top stitch this. So I'm gonna put the edge of the fabric to the inside U there. That's gonna be my marking. And I'm gonna start right where that 1/2 inch mark is. I'm not gonna back stitch because this is all gonna get sewn in. And you could also, like underneath here, let's see, can you see? Yeah, you can see where I'm, pulling that underneath piece. And I'm pushing, I'm like using this hand, and I'm like smoothing underneath to make sure that that lining is lined up with the outer fabric as well. And I'm smoothing it as I'm sewing. coming up on that 1/2 inch. And then stop. So that's one side of the zipper. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do the